Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Vigoroth. Yes, I know we had Vigoroth in Worlds, but today we're going to take a deep dive into what movesets you should use, what Pokemon is Vigoroth amazing against, and what you should be careful for. Also, we're going to talk about why Vigoroth should be on your team. Now, if you haven't already, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all Silph Arena and PvP content. Now on to the video. Vigoroth is an amazing Pokemon in the Jungle Cup. The reason why he's such a great Pokemon is because of how much coverage he has. Number one, he has Counter, which we all know Counter is just an amazing fast move. Second of all, he has Body Slam. Now we know Body Slam is a great move, but Body Slam is a normal type move. And Vigoroth is a normal type Pokemon, which means he gets stab damage, which makes Body Slam an amazing move. It's so spammy with counter, and it just goes off, and again, it just hits neutral damage against almost anything that's relevant in the meta. Alright, so now we know that Vigoroth is going to be having counter as his fast move, and Body Slam for sure as his charge move. But he has another two charge moves. What are they going to be? So our two options are going to be Brick Break or Bulldoze. Personally, I think Bulldoze is going to be the better option. The reason why is because you're adding even more coverage to Vigoroth. You're going to be adding the electric counter. Not to mention Brick Break is a pretty terrible move. Now when using your Vigoroth, who are you going to hope is going to be your key matchups in the lead? So you're going to be starting off with Vigoroth, and you're going to be hoping to go up against this specific Pokemon. Now the Pokemon I think that are going to be your main key matchups is going to be the Electric Steel types, like Magneton, Magnezone, the Bug Steel types, like Fortress, Scizor. It's also going to be the Electric Rock types, like Alolan Graveler, Alolan Golem. And of course, because Vigoroth has Counter, he can also counter the other normal types. For example, himself. So yes, you can either win or lose the mirror. You also win against Blissey, Chansey, Snorlax, Munchlax, right? You win just because you have counter, right? So that's why Vigoroth is amazing against such a broad spectrum of the meta. Now the Pokemon we really have to be careful for is going to be anything that has counter. Because Vigoroth is also a normal type, you have to be careful of the counter as well. So again, the mirror match. Vigoroth does counter Vigoroth. Breloom. Other Pokemon you need to be careful for is going to be the grass, bug, and poison users. Like for example, Venusaur, Beedrill, Meganium. The reason why you got to be careful for them is because they can tank the counters. Body Slam will still do decent damage to them, but counters really won't, which is the main reason to why Vigoroth is so amazing in this cup. Personally, I love Vigoroth for the Jungle Cup. The reason why I love him is because there's nothing really that can wall him. Like if Fortress against a Venusaur. Like there's nothing that can really wall Vigoroth. And with the stab damage from Body Slam, like you pretty much can hit anything. And even if something is able to counter you, you're still going to be putting a lot of damage into that Pokemon regardless. But if you don't believe me, let's see how he does in these battles. Now into some battles. We're going to be going up against Scrub Lord Dustin, and we're going to be flexing that Vigoroth, and he's going to be starting off with his Fortress. Now again, remember what I said, because he does have that steel typing, the counter will be doing some decent damage, and Body Slam with stab is going to do decent, and it's not going to do the best damage, but again, because it has stab and because it's so spammy, it's just going to be just chipping away at his health one by one. We shouldn't be, he's probably going to get to his charge move before we do. Yeah, see, he gets to his charge move before we do, and we're like, you know what, we're going to shield here, because if we don't shield, we're probably going to die, but we're going to be able to finish him before he's able to get to his next charge move, which is why we wanted our Vigoroth to stay alive with as much health as we can. Now we're going to do a couple counters, and we're just going to finish him off with just fast moves and gets that Body Slam for whatever is going to come in next. We don't care what's coming in next, we are going to be hitting it with a Body Slam. And there it is, it's going to be his Vigoroth. He decided to bring a Vigoroth as well, and he wanted to flex that Vigoroth. So we're going to be going Body Slam here, and he's going to shield, and we're going to try to get to another Body Slam just because we did have a little bit more energy, and we're going to be able to get to that Body Slam and just do a whole lot of damage because it's Body Slam and he has stab, right? So now there you go, Vigoroth just took out his Fortress and almost his own Vigoroth. So now we're going to be coming in with our Venomoth, and we are yeah, we're gonna shield here. We're definitely gonna shield here just because we want our Venomoth to stay alive, and we're gonna be hitting with a Confusion and just finish off that Vigoroth. And now he's gonna be coming in with this Cradily. Remember, he does have a his Vigoroth in the back, so we gotta just make sure we know that he has that with a Body Slam possibly. But we're gonna be doing some Poison Fang to this Cradily, and I think here he's gonna be hitting us with Bulldoze. I'm pretty sure it's Bulldoze. Yes, he's gonna be hitting us with Bulldoze, which is gonna do some decent damage to that Venomoth. And we're gonna be hitting it with Poison Fang. Again, we're just gonna try to get as much damage as we can because we also do have Confusion, and Confusion just is an amazing fast move, hits so hard. And I don't think we're gonna be able to finish him off here because we have no shields. We're gunning to that Poison Fang, and we just didn't get it last second. The one thing I hate about Confusion is because it's so damn slow. But it's okay. That Cradily almost dead, and we have a Fortress that's just gonna finish off that Cradily, build a little bit of energy, and he has that Vigoroth in the back that's gonna go down really quick, and that is gonna be the end of round 1. Now going into round 2, we're gonna be leading off with our Raichu, and Raichu is gonna be doing some decent damage to that Vigoroth. We're like, okay, that's fine. We're not gonna switch out just because we don't want to get switch locked, and we're like, let's just go straight for the Thunder Punch because Thunder Punch is gonna do some decent damage. Unfortunately, we do not get to that Thunder Punch before he gets to his Body Slam, and we're like, you know what? We're gonna shield here because again, Body Slam, stab, Raichu, squishy. So now we're gonna go straight for the Thunder Punch, and we're gonna do some decent damage here. Yeah, he doesn't shield, and we get him to the yellow, and we're like, okay, we're doing decently well. We're gonna gun to that next Thunder Punch, and we're gonna get there before he does. So we're gonna get to that Thunder Punch, and I think we're gonna be forcing a shield here, just because we want to do as much damage. But we get the shield off, and now we're gonna just try to get as much damage as we can. We're trying to get to that next Thunder Punch, but he was trying to get some energy on us and then hit us. But we're not gonna shield here because we're like, okay, that's fine. You know what? Raichu, you did your job. Thank you, sir. But now we're waiting a little bit. We're thinking, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And we're like, you know what? We're gonna bring in our Vigoroth. Vigoroth, because again, counter against Vigoroth, counters versus counters, right? So we're like, okay, you know what? We have to shield here because if we don't, that's gonna be game over for us. So we're like, okay, you know what? Finish him off with another counter, and now we have some excess energy, and we have a Body Slam ready. So now whatever's coming in, Body Slam, and then he has a Lantern, and we're like, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. We're like, okay, that's fine. He does have a shield. That's why we didn't go with Bulldoze, because that would be so much energy wasted. And we're trying to get that shield. We're like, it's okay. Let's just chip him with body slams, because we know we have a Venusaur in the back. And we're like, doesn't matter. We tried to switch there. See, we tried to switch to the Venusaur, and it just didn't work out. Game's still a little bit laggy, but it's okay. We're like, you know what? It's fine. Venusaur comes in. No shields. Against a Lantern, not much we can do. And we're like, you know what? Frenzy Plant. He had a Fortress in the back. There's nothing we can do. So we're like, okay, just try to do as much damage as we can with those Frenzy Plants. But again, once we saw Fortress, we're like, okay, this is pretty much game. And we don't go down without a fight, right? So we're just gunning for those Frenzy Plants, right? We don't know what could happen. So again, you can't do much against Fortress if you're stuck with the Venusaur at the end, right? So that will be the end of round 2. So congratulations to you, Scrub Lord Dustin. Now we're going into round 3. We're going to be starting off with our Venusaur, and he's going to be starting off with his Vigoroth. Now remember what I said earlier. Venusaur doesn't take that much damage from the Vigoroth, so we're going to do decently well. Here, we are not going to shield, because we're going to take this Body Slam, and we're going to eat it. We're like, that's fine. See, Body Slam didn't do too great there, but remember, Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant hits like a truck. And here, Scrublord didn't see that coming. So now we're hitting him with fast moves, and we're trying to get him down, and we get him down. And now we almost have another Frenzy Plant ready. So we're just waiting to see what he's going to be bringing in. And we're like, okay, he's going to bring in a Venusaur. And we're like, perfect Sludge Bomb. We're forcing the shield here, or we're going down, but we don't care because our Venusaur is going to go down anyway. But we force the shield, and we're like, this is great. Let's just try to get to another Frenzy Plant, but we know we're not going to get to it. But he uses a charge move. He could have just finished us off with just fast moves. But we're like, you know what? He wanted to risk it. He went for Frenzy Plant. That was good. And now we're going to be bringing in our Venomoth. Venomoth, again, Confusion against Venusaur. It just hits so hard. And then he's going to come in and switch into his Magneton. And we're like, perfect. Now you're switch locked. Now we bring in the Vigoroth. And counter just does amazing. Right? So now here, we're going to just keep hitting him with counter. Counter, counter, counter. Look how fast Magneton's going down. Look how fast he's going down. And we're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna keep our shield here. We're okay, we have so much energy. And we're like, Magnet Bomb. And I was like, oh my gosh, Magnet Bomb does a big hit. Okay, so now we're gonna be going Body Slam. We're hoping to try to get 2 Body Slams off before he gets to the Frenzy Plant. And we're like, boom, there's the last shield. There's another Body Slam. And we're like, okay, Vigoroth, you did your job. You're good. And now we're just hitting with a couple counters. And then he gets us with the Frenzy Plant. And we're like, you know what? That's fine. Don't worry about it. Shield. That's fine. We're good. But look at this. Another Frenzy Plant. And we're like, are you kidding? Like, how did you get so much energy to be able to get 2 Frenzy Plants off? But it's okay. We had Venomoth in the back with a Poison Fang ready and pretty much full health. And we're like, okay, this is game anyway. So, good job, Dustin. That was amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up and of course subscribe to be able to stay up to date on my daily videos on the Jungle Cup. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one.